welcome everybody. My name is Serena Vang, and on behalf of our family and JB Vang, I want to thank you so much for being here today to join us and celebrating our two important milestones. The groundbreaking for our newest family-friendly affordable housing project, which we have recently named the Waldo. That's the one behind me here. Together, these two broad projects will bring 121 units of new and amenity-rich affordable housing to the Maplewood community. I'd like to welcome up Miss Ashley Bisner, JB Vang's Vice President of Development, to come up here and kick us off.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today to celebrate. For those of you that don't know, JB Vang is a property development and management company in St. Paul. Most recently, we've completed the Parkway that's on East 7th Street, as well as 1222 on University Avenue. We're also well underway, as Serena had said, with the Juniper right behind you there, as well as the redevelopment of the historic former Hams Brewery buildings. We're also very proud to be involved in many developments of public charter schools throughout the metro. I want to thank our numerous partners in this project as well. We are well aware of the fact that it was a heavy lift when we asked you all to close this project in less than 12 months. Words cannot express how thankful we are for all of your hard work and dedication. This housing will make a difference to residents of Maplewood and the surrounding areas. We know this because the data tells us that much of the housing in Maplewood is older, too expensive, or there just isn't enough of it. A significant portion of Maplewood's housing stock is aging, with almost 1/3 of units over 50 years old and 2/3 over 30 years old. Also, less than 5% of the housing in Maplewood were built in the last 15 years. According to Waldo Compass data, as of 2023, about 53% of renter households in Maplewood are cost burdened, meaning they're paying more than 30% of their gross income on their rent. The rental vacancy rate in Maplewood is 2.4%. The metro area is typically around 5%, with the national vacancy rate being between 11 and 12. And if you're looking for a unit with three bedrooms for larger or multi-generational families, it's even harder, and in some cases, 0% vacancy rates. These are just a few reasons we think the Waldo is going to be a great place to call home for many families. So, the Waldo, as many of you know, was referred to as Gladstone Village 2. It is a 56-unit multifamily affordable housing project located right behind me here that was previously home to an aging mobile home park. The building will be 4 stories and include 1, 2, 3, and 4-bedroom units, as well as resident amenities and 1 level of underground parking. But you're probably wondering how it became known as the Waldo. Well, we did our research about the history of Maplewood, and one of the things we learned is the first mayor of Maplewood was Waldo Lubin. Waldo and his wife Emmy moved to Maplewood when it was still New Canada Township, 1932, to a property that is now part of Keller Regional Park. It's about a couple miles northwest of here. He became known as someone who got things done, similar to what we're doing here on these two sites, and served on the Ramsey County Planning Commission in the 1940s. When Little Canada seceded from New Canada Township in 1953, leadership changes led Waldo to be persuaded to become chairman of New Canada Township, so the township employees could continue to get paid. Then in 1957, residents petitioned for New Canada to become a village to avoid annexation. As chair of the township board, Waldo automatically became the first village mayor when the vote passed, and went on to win the first mayoral election, serving until 1959. Based on this illustrious history, we thought it was fitting to name the building in honor of Waldo Lubin. And who knows, maybe sometime in the future, we will be christening a new building named the Mary Lee. And speaking of, I'd like to invite our first speaker, Maplewood Mayor Mary Lee Abrams.
Thank you very much, and welcome everyone. I am so excited to be here. Forget about the rain. We are here to celebrate. It's amazing to think that just back in July, that's a matter of months. It's not even a year when we were here for the ribbon cutting, and already we have this amazing building that really looks, well, fantastic. And we have phase 2 started as well. It is my pleasure to be here. And yes, maybe in another 60 some odd years, maybe someone will be naming a building the Mary Lee. Who knows? I certainly like to get things done. And one of the things that the council and I have been working very hard on is redevelopment. All you have to do is take a look at this community. Take a look at these two amazing facilities that are in process, soon to be opened. We have another large complex down there called the Oberon. That is going to be opening up, I think, around the same time. And if you go a little bit further down on East Shore Drive, we have a senior co-op that is also going to be opening actually a little sooner in June. So we have a lot of wonderful things that are coming in here, and I am just absolutely thrilled. Of course, we couldn't do this without partners like all of you, without an amazing staff, because really our staff is what makes all of this go around. And I want to thank all of our staff that are here, our assistant city manager, our community development director, our communications manager. We couldn't get this done without all of them and without all of the people that are out there in the trenches helping with all of the approvals that need to happen. But when we all work together, this is what happens. We get two amazing facilities like this. So thank you so much for all being here. And I can't wait to get inside. I want to go up on the 4th floor and see what this is going to look like. This is amazing. So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Hua Bang. I know you were I just saw you a minute ago. Thank you for putting your money into our community. And I'm looking forward to meeting all of the families that are going to be living here. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mayor Abrams, for those heartfelt words. I'd like to welcome up Senator Tu Hyung just to give us a couple words.
I'm Senator Tu Hyung, represent the city of Maplewood here and Little Canada. They're still in our district, but it's very good to see all the friends and family members that are here. Thank you for your partnership, the public-private partnership that we had to really put this together. I know I was talking to Ryan from Minnesota Housing. I said, if I get a call from Cool, I'm going to freak out because we needed this to be smooth. And so this is really good. Thank you. The politicians, we might get the credit, but thank you to all the construction workers. Thank you, everybody, for putting this together. I'm very excited. Mary Lee said she's excited to meet the new residents here. She's already ahead of the game for door knocking, right? But very excited. We're looking forward. These homes, these 56 units, they're not just affordable units, but they are a promise to working families that they have a place here in our community. My mom, she loves this area. Folks like her, they want to stay here in the Twin Cities, to go to the local stores that have the spicy food that they love, the clothes that they want to wear. And so very excited that we will have this here. Thank you to the investors, all the private partners that came up with the creative financing so that we can work together on this and put this together. So looking forward to this, and go Maplewood.
Thank you, Senator, for all your passionate words. Next, we'll hear from Ramsey County Commissioner and HRA Chair, Ms. Mai Chong Hyung.
I am Mai Chong Hyung, Ramsey County Commissioner of District 6, which is most of the east side of St. Paul. In addition to that, I also have the honor of having been our HRA, or Housing Redevelopment Authority Chair, for the last going on to almost 3 years now. And I'm so proud to be here. Last year, we broke ground over there in Phase 1, and it was just a very historical moment, at least also in the Hmong community, where it was a former funeral site, but then it was also a place where a community came together to say their bid and do their last farewell to their loved ones and family members. So today is a very historic day. We are gathered here today to celebrate the expansion, or the Waldo now. So I'm really excited for that. I also want to have my County Commissioner, Kelly Miller, come join me up here too. She represents the area here. I wanted to make sure you all knew her too. And as a proud partner, as a reminder, we invested in $2.75 million of our ARPA funds, the American Rescue Plan Act. And so I do also want to take a few minutes to recognize our talented staff at our community and economic development team. I see Jerica back there, who worked through and processed so many applications during that time to push through and get deeply affordable housing units into our communities. Today we celebrate 56 new affordable homes, including 18 deeply affordable units for households earning just 30% of the area median income. Yes, where we are short of 15,000 units of deeply affordable housing units just in Ramsey County. Although I will get an updated number on that because we've been working hard. Gladstone Village 2 here, or Waldo, reflects the values and diversity of our community, from large units for multi-generational families to culturally thoughtful pantry spaces. This project was truly shaped from our community voices, especially our partners with the Hmong American Partnership, who helped to inform about just the tiny details that make such a big difference for our families. It also serves over 5,500 square feet of shared spaces, including a maker space, bike room, and community room, creating places for connection, learning, and healing. And also located, this is located along a key transit corridor, which exemplifies smart, inclusive growth. It places residents near schools, jobs, healthcare, and everyday services, with access to trails and transit. More than housing, this project creates a sustainable, walkable, and green community. Meeting Minnesota's green community standards, it offers energy-efficient homes that help families save on utilities and live healthier lives. So together, thank you so much to all of our partners from the state, private partners, to the folks who worked on the construction site, who put in the time, labor, and energy to making this happen. We're not just building housing, we're building a legacy, a place where families can grow, thrive, and belong. Thank you and congratulations.
Next up, I'd like to welcome Mr. James Lenoff, MHFA Assistant Commissioner.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's good to see all of you. And my name is James Lenhoff. I'm the Assistant Commissioner for the Multifamily Division at the Minnesota Housing Finance Agency, and we are so proud to be a partner in this project. Thank you for having me here today. It is groundbreaking season across Minnesota, where we get to see so many projects that we funded start to break ground, and you're a little bit ahead of schedule compared to some of them, so cheers on that. And Commissioner Jennifer Ho wishes she could be here today. As I said, it's groundbreaking season, so we're at a lot of different events between the two of us. Now, this last summer has been referenced. I was able to join Mayor Abrams, the J.B. Vang crew, maybe other people from the audience here for the Juniper groundbreaking. As has been noticed, it looks like you've made some progress, which is expected, I guess, at this point, but really important because we need those homes open just as quickly as what they can. I was also thinking as I was writing up my remarks, this might be the first time in my career that I've been at a phase 2 groundbreaking before phase 1 even opened. And that deserves a round of applause because that really shows the diligence of this entire team to get this project moving forward and the need and the support here in the city of Maple Grove. It really is unique to get 2 housing projects like this funded so quickly together, and is a lot of work that was brought together on it. So thanks to J.B. Vang, that whole team, the Minnesota Housing team, the city of Maplewood, everybody that was involved. I venture to guess that everyone that worked on this project or has worked on similar projects knows that developing affordable rental homes can be very exciting. And it is. I actually used to work for a nonprofit before I worked at the state that did projects just like this. It can also be really nerve-wracking. It can be awesome, and then really stressful and exhilarating. And then it's time for lunch, because that was all just in the morning, trying to figure out how you're going to solve everything to get a project done. Suffice to say, it really can be a roller coaster of emotions. But then one day, a whole stack of documents get signed. And it is a lot of documents. I signed them, and I'm still not sure why we have so many documents, but they all get signed. And we get to come to a groundbreaking just like this. And then the discussion shifts from all the technical terms and underwriting and signatures, and you get the beautiful, lovely, wonderful sounds of construction. Am I right? I mean, come on, we have crew from Flannery here. You love that sound of construction, right? I do. I kind of miss walking around buildings that are under construction. You get the saws and the hammering and the smell of lumber, and thankfully, construction is always perfectly smooth with no surprises, and it goes just fine, right? Excellent, thank you. I heard just right out there. Because then construction is done, and we get to come back for a grand opening. It looks like we'll be again back here soon for the Juniper. But the reality is that a groundbreaking and a grand opening are just a moment in time. They are important, but the real outcome is what comes next. Because it is that years of technical work and construction, they transform into something tangible, something real, something that truly is more than the sum of its parts. And it's hard to know that until you're there and you're walking through the building. But when that building is done, we will never be thinking about the loan documents or the hammers, the challenges, or frankly, even some of the successes along the way. What we will be thinking about are the homes and the communities and the families that are there, and that's the reason that we're doing all of this work. The story will be the families that move here and then the families after them for many decades to come. And honestly, I still think about when I was a kid and I grew up in greater Minnesota, and my mom and I lived in affordable housing, and what that meant as a launching point. And it's hard to predict. I can't predict what the families will experience here, but I do know it will be transformational for them and for the community around them. It also just so happens that the process that funds projects like the Waldo and Juniper just launched again this last week for 2025. So our application period is open. I have to say, every year there's way more fantastic applications than what we're able to fund, but our team at Minnesota Housing stretches those state and federal investments just as far as they possibly can go, and maybe even a step further sometimes, to get way more projects like what we're seeing here for the Waldo, the Juniper, and everything else that our affordable housing community is working on. So thank you again so much for having me here today, for all the work that everybody's invested in this, and I look forward to seeing the inside of the building here and then coming back to see the Waldo. Thanks, everyone.
And last but not least, I'd like to invite Grow America's Director of Acquisitions, Mr. Jim Posnick.
Good afternoon, everybody. Again, James Posnick. I'm with Grow America. Really thrilled to be here as well. This next phase for us will be the fourth investment with Koo and his company, and really thrilled to be part of all this growth. Congratulations certainly to City of Maplewood, Koo's team, Ramsey County, and certainly the Minnesota Housing Finance Agency. But most of all, to the families that will call this home rather shortly. Real quick, as far as Grow America, we're a financial partner. We provide equity capital into projects just like this. Essentially, we take investment dollars from banking institutions across the country and invest them into affordable housing developments like this. And I would have to say, in addition to myself, today, my colleague John Zaleski, who's sitting in the front row here, he actually did all the work, but I'm the one that is up here talking on our behalf. So thank you, John, for all the work you did. And again, if you're unfamiliar with Grow America, we used to be known as the National Development Council, NDC, really one of the most experienced nonprofit entities in the country for over 50 years. We've been investing and providing capital for low-income and moderate-income neighborhoods. Like I said, this is our fourth investment with Koo and his team. Couldn't be more happy. And, with regard to our experience, I mean, truly some of the nicest people we've ever worked with, and really glad to be part of this and then future developments as well. So once again, thank you to everybody here. I'm looking forward to seeing the eventual ribbon cutting, and who knows, maybe I'll be here for the Mary Lee as well. So thank you very much, everybody.
Again, on behalf of our family and JB Vang, we know that in today's world, it's very busy and your time is limited and precious. Especially our elected officials with the state still in session and the many meetings at the city and the county. It's not lost upon us that you chose to be here to celebrate both of these milestones with us, especially today with all the rain. So to our project partners and our funders, as well as our project team, we appreciate your hard work and extra effort in making this a reality. All we can offer you is a sincere thank you. Without all of you, we would not be here celebrating today.
Ready? 1, 2, and 3. There it is.